All of the girls all over the world that I could be chasing, but I would be wasting all of my time, 'cause they've got nothing on you, girl. Nothing on you, girl. That's a song that's kind of happening now that I really like. And I was thinking, I was watching quite a few videos on Barklord's video recently about his kind of letting loose. God, I feel bloated. It's funny how this mirrors me back. Must be my condition. And watch Wise Monkey, watch Anton, watch To Be Serious. This knit group. I should say knit group. I'm busy in making certain that I'm on the periphery. If I am any part of the tribe, that I'm peripheral, some gatekeeperish of my own accord, meaning I push people back into the village there and turn around and push those people out of the village there, and I don't know. It's kind of nonsense, but in thinking about this free fall, just this morning has been interesting. Thinking about kind of Wise Monkey's ode to everybody, the big thank you to the village, and how there's nothing gruff in that, right? And how he had gone through a cycle of gruffness, and I do too. Everybody seems as if they have a cycle of gruffness. Whether they put it online or not is a little bit different, and maybe not everybody would. It's not civil to do that, and by civil I mean the baseline. The baseline interactability, how we're supposed to be in a type of civil unity, which even Google has terms of service based on to what extent can we have this certain behaviors. Like, I mean, I didn't even get to see Conferences Report Swan video, but I did see the Crow video. But they're cracking down, right? And it's a type of future Puritanism that we live in today, which is I'm okay with those as results. I understand the community has to have some form of baseline, but I think things go beyond. I just met a Nick Dutch on here. He's an interesting fellow for me to watch. But anyway, I wanted to go over this because I'm cleaning this painting that I did a few years ago in 2007 of my niece, and I kind of start with this little glass. It's like a glass of water, right? Now, as far as images are concerned, there's this notion being put forth that somehow images function as antagonism because of their static decontextualization, like to place somebody in something instead of living, right? And there, once again, it's this notion of predominance of the auditory field and everything that comes from thinking that because we're in the womb, we are more auditorily oriented at birth than we are visually oriented. So when we say, "Oh, well, my eyes are closed," so if you can't see retinal refractions inside of a uterus, or you're not seeing some sort of maybe red coming through from outside periodically, right? It's this notion that somehow our ears and all the goo and the heartbeats are working with us, but the idea of eyes, the idea of birth, is almost an idea of visual birth, maybe. Like, I finally get to open my eyes, right? The power. But anyway, it's like the universe coming out of a single cup. Boom, right? This little drop. And it makes all this cloud formation around the moon because she's standing in the cosmos alone, right? And it's weird because I would probably just call it the universe at the time, but because of all this cosmos air and the influence of other people, it's kind of crazy. But so from the moon, there's all this whole series of books. And from the books, there's golden footsteps to her birthday. She's got it's her fourth birthday. some goo on there, and it got spilled. This whole thing got spilled, like a shake got spilled on it, because the first frame that I got for it wasn't fitting, so I got to do touch up on it. But anyway, so there's the 4th birthday. It's her 4th birthday, and she's holding this green light, but she's not certain where to go, right? Which I think is weird, because I think it was age 6 that she said, "Green means go, but I don't know where to go." And it was so cute. It was such a cute quote. But and I don't think it had anything to do with the painting, but it was there nonetheless. And so I kind of shadowed the green light, like not being certain where to go, but the light's green. And up above, I have kind of a bullhorn and a cane, kind of like the very first thing is we can take her off the stage, right? Kind of the 1940s, pull her off the stage, bullhorn, song and dance thing. And then up above we got a sphere, right? Very important to have this sphere. And then a square, and a layered square. Where that backlight's coming from? Probably the back. Anyway, and so circle, square, layered square, triangle. This is a few years ago. Upside down triangle. Once again, the declension. I'm still caught on that. That's the Merkaba, the hyperbola, or not hyperbola, and then this queenlyism being shot up above it all. Like right here, your birthday, your progress out of books, this kinglyism, and then something to get to the theatrical and the yin yang, right? And here's an egg of her mind, and out of her body, perhaps. Make a little bitty egg right there. There's a little bitty dot that's not part of the milkshake. So I've got to touch up some of this. But I put all this in orbit going around her, right? Like she's going to lock. She's this locked soul. She's this fish. And I mean, there's so much that can be drawn from this. But I wrapped her heart in a diamond, right? Like her heart is a diamond, and it's wrapped and it's there, and there's nothing cracked about it. I mean, it's just pristine, right? Little girl, no heartbreaks as of yet. But anyway, so we have the sun god, so to speak, pointing down. I do a spin around the major vertical tine there of its light, and then a house with 2 eyes, kind of like a haunted house, like the Amityville Horror or whatnot, focusing on the text in the book, right? Like she can look down anytime and read these books that are being available to her over here, that she puts on this flower. Now this flower is one of 6 different types of plants growing around the earth that she's standing on. She's happened to be standing here where there's this deciduous tree, and here's a birthday cake of cloud that she's on. Like it's her birthday. It's not just the cake. It's her birthday also, right? And so she's got her orientation. North is there. She's got the symbol of life, the key of life, and a little butterfly to symbolize her change, the change that's coming. And over here is time she was born, and a little upside down death symbol with a halo. And so everything's moving in this kind of counterclockwise direction, and she gets up here, and it's kind of like a twinkling star right above her. But over here is where more of her mind is. It's this question mark, and so we have an arrow going one direction, and then we have an arrow that goes both directions on the other side, to show, to me, this is like just a basis of logic, where you can either go one way, or you're in this conditional, or you can go 2 ways. And then a question mark, highlight of information, the light bulb, the infinity sign. Then we have mathematics, and we just start with, plus, minus, equals, times tables, pi, and then we're moving into division, and then we're moving into set theories with unification and elements and so forth. and here's her school bus, and then here's music. So over here we have art. She's flailing this art, and over here's music, and it's going right through her head. This kind of magical genie is of the art of life. What will we create, right? And over here's music, the auditory field, and then it's coming down. Here's a little baby in the baby carriage, either representing both her and her possible future as a mother, and then here's science, the caduceus, representing the speed of knowledge that's needed, and then over here I just have green, yellow, orange, red. These are the heats raising up. It's also part of not just the soccer system, the blues down here, but how important color is in our visual field. Everything, the Shazam, the lightning, and down here balance, making certain that it's so important she has balance. And then this is the most modern computer in 2007 when I did the piece. And kind of money, we have the arrow that's taking the apple of knowledge, and it's moving in the opposite direction, like the way in which knowledge is to kind of go against life in some respect. And I was thinking about this idea of not recapitulation theory in evolution, but the idea that it's kind of almost a retardation theory. Like we're smart because we're retarded, but by that I mean the speed in which we gestate and the speed in which we grow. The way our hair on our body, like our oldest people start to grow hair in areas where chimpanzees would grow. It's almost like our oldest people are like 2-year-old chimps, right? There's this huge dilation of time, and because somewhere along the line in the evolutionary movement, it's theorized that because we were slowed down, there was a generation of fast developing individuals, and then there was this group of very slow developing individuals that took a very, very long time to care for and grow. And in that dilation, we became the humans that we are. We're like embryonic chimps, so to speak, was the theory. And it's not Bothel's theory. I'm trying to remember who the biologist I read at the time. And then I do little odes to her on the back as a mandala. And different verbal and visual declarations and thoughts about her and about the piece in general, just to kind of, and I even call it a meditation piece on the back. But for some reason, I thought, in lieu of Barklord's fall and kind of my, like I kind of approach things in a very degenerate fashion, harsh. I move against things periodically in life. I've changed locations and relationships and places so much that I feel like I became an army brat, and I don't have that upbringing whatsoever. Self-ostracizing. You can build a new environment, kind of squeeze into it, but I think a re-perspective on life is needed, kind of to make a disjuncture in your current situation, maybe in how you feel about how you're come across to other people, maybe in your location, but you're also raising a son, I suppose. So I'm not certain what to do there, but I guess this is just a video to Barklord and to my niece at the same time. Love you, Kayla. You're great. If you ever see the video, you're a little picky about your Chinese food, but besides that, you're a delight, little lady. And yeah, and to everybody else that's watching my videos, I get on rants that are really negative because I'm parsing awake dreams and history of awake dreams in inebriated states. I want to cross-section those and make certain I'm putting those out also. But anyway, Thank you all. Thank you all.